What's up everybody? Jeff with Burmese Pythons. Finally, I am going to be putting out part 2 of the breeding Burmese Pythons 101, kind of little mini videos here. Unfortunately, I came down with COVID. The last 2 weeks I was pretty sick. I had some of the videos recorded and was unable to edit it and finish recording and put the final touches on it, so I'm kind of starting fresh. I'm just going to go through and show you what I do when I put my males in with females, what to look for, some tips and tricks on what you can do to help these guys breed or kind of convince them to breed, on top of everything I said in the last video. All my animals have been breeding since like late November, early December, so we shouldn't have no problems. I'm going to get this guy in with a female right now just to hopefully they'll lock by the time I'm done recording some of these videos, and I can show you what a confirmed lock looks like. If not, I'll come back to it and record it tonight. Yeah, so this is part 2 of breeding Burmese Pythons. Thank you guys for being patient and sticking with me here. But let's get started. Let's get some of these males in with the females and see how they do. One thing I wanted to point out here is this time of year when you have a sexually mature male, they will be surfing their cage and pushing on their glass or pushing on the enclosure to get out. That's 100% normal. Just watch. They actually can rub their nose raw. Fortunately, I haven't had that issue this year at all, but this is actually a good sign. That means your male is ready to go, and 9 times out of 10 when you put him in with a female, he's going to know what to do and he's going to get the job done. So just wanted to point that out. This is my albino green boy. I'm actually going to get him out here and put him in with a female. I haven't really noticed it, but always be careful. The boys are ready to rock and roll. They're ready to come out, as you can see. Just always tap them with a hook. They're not actually eating right now, so they're really not in a food response. He's giving me nice slow tongue flicks, but he has definitely got one thing on his mind, and that's to get in with the ladies. So usually once you touch them, let them know what's going on, they're fine. I never had any issues. Their attitude really hasn't changed much during breeding season. They're ready to go. So this is my albino green boy. This is his 2nd year breeding. He does an awesome job. He fathered 31 beautiful baby Burms last year. I'm actually going to put him in with a female right now. This is all it takes right here. Literally just drop them in. Make sure she don't come out. So that's it right there. So he's in with her. Kind of let him do his thing. She's kind of on alert, wondering what's going on, if she's getting fed or what's happening, but it won't take long here. I'll give you guys an update on what's going on and what to look for. We'll check back in on them here in a few moments. So I actually put that pied I was holding in the beginning, I put him in with a female to see what would happen, try to give it a little time. And this is actually what you want to look for here. So if you guys can see that there, he is courting that female. This is a good sign. When your female is just laying there and kind of letting him do his thing, that's perfect. What you don't want to see is her lift that tail. You don't want to see her poop or pee on him. That means she is not receptive. So this is a good sign. He has his tail up over top of her, kind of feeling her out, you know, and I guarantee in probably 30 minutes to an hour, these snakes will be locked. All right, so like I said, we actually got a confirmed lock here. And again, I am sorry for the dirty enclosures here, but that is what you're looking for. That's it right there, folks. It's nothing spectacular. but you can see that they are locked together. Their tails are intertwined. I guess this can happen multiple ways. It doesn't really matter, but that's what you're looking for. And actually, this girl just ate 2 days ago, so don't mind the blood there. Things get a little messy come breeding season. And here is the pied. Let me get that in focus here. The albino pied to the ivory granite. Now he is allegedly, I believe that he's het granite. I could be wrong, but we'll find out. So we'll have some nice hypos. 100% het albino, 100% het pied. There's a reason I did this pairing. This pairing, I kind of wanted to see if the pied and being an all white ivory, if that would reduce a pattern of the hypo. That's all part of it, kind of, you know, playing around, seeing what you get out of each pairing. But with a lot of the white that you see on the pied and then the all white, I just kind of was curious. I thought if I'm gonna do hets this year, these were the ones that I was gonna do. This is actually her first year, so we will see what happens. But yeah, that is a confirmed lock right there. Ivory granite to a albino pied male. And then here we have a confirmed lock. The albino green het granite to a hypo het green het albino het granite. So we can get all kinds of cool stuff out of that clutch. I really want to hit some hypo greens this year. I never made them. They're one of my favorites. All right, so we got a couple locks going on. I got an albino champagne male here. Unfortunately, spoiler alert, these two snakes are the most anticipated pairing of the year. Well, unfortunately, I have not seen them lock yet. He seems to know what he's doing. The female seems receptive. She's laying there. She's letting him court him. He's all over her, but there has not been a lock that I've seen yet. It could have happened. I actually took a male. I took a male and put it in there with her, a different male, to kind of get him a little agitated, maybe fire him up to maybe want to breed with her. And I went downstairs to use the bathroom, let the dogs out, and came up maybe 10-15 minutes later, and that other male was actually locked with her. So we'll have some cool hets, if anything. I'm gonna keep trying to pair him. I'm gonna keep trying to pair him, but so far, no bueno on the champagnes. Whatever, it's all part of it. I'm having fun. That's what this is about. If you're not having fun doing this, you're in it for the wrong reasons. So I'm gonna pull him out, put him in with the female. Again, albino champagne to champagne het albino. They're both het granite. Awesome animals. Shout out to Dave Colombo. I love them. They're awesome. We got to get them to breed. I really want them visuals this year, but if not, the male that bred her, I'll be happy with that too. So yeah, let me pull him out again. Be safe. Touch him with a hook. As you can see, I don't know if you can see, he's pushing, which is normal. They usually come right out, the boys do. And if they come out like that and they're just curious, there ain't gonna be no problems. So we get him out here. He's a beautiful boy. You can see that champagne really, especially with the albino, really brightens up that dorsal pattern, the orange there. I don't know if you can pick that up or not, but totally different than a regular albino. The champagne is just beautiful. If you haven't seen it in person, it really looks different in person. I'm trying to pick that coloring up there. But he is a awesome snake. I really want some champagne this year. But if not, I'll be happy. Baby Burms are baby Burms. I do it because I love it, honestly. Again, that's all that takes. You just put the male in. She's a gorgeous snake. You can really see that. The camera really doesn't even pick it up, but here on our dorsal pattern, you can really see the orange and the just kind of blows out the pattern. The champagne is just totally different than everything else. It does kind of throw off that hypo looking pattern, but or coloration, but in person, they side by side, they are totally different. You can really see it up top there. So as you can see, I just put him in. He goes over to her, and he just got to find the right spot, if everyone knows what I'm saying here. Not all the males, you know, this is his first year. He's got to figure some things out, and you will come across that. And there's really not much you can do other than let him get some experience. One little secret that I kind of left out, that I kind of forgot about, which is important. If you know anything about weather patterns and animals and breeding, like I'm not a scientist, I'm not a professional, but I am an avid outdoorsman. Weather fronts influence breeding in animals. If you have a big snowstorm coming, depending on what part of the country you're in, or if you have a big temperature drop or any big weather front, get your males in with your females. 9 times out of 10, 10 times out of 10, I see the most breeding. I'm here in Pennsylvania. You will catch, if there's a snowstorm coming, like the next day or overnight, I will get them males in with the females, and it is like instant. Like I said, I'm an outdoorsman, kind of like white-tailed deer in the rut, Pennsylvania. We're big hunters up here. When those temperature drops come around, or the snowstorms, or any kind of big weather front, that really stimulates breeding. The animals get up on their feet, you know, animals outside, outdoors, deer, whatever. It gets them up and cruising. Same thing with the snakes. These are wild animals. They're domesticated, but they know what to do. They can tell the pressure differences. Barometric pressure is huge. It's kind of hard to explain, but it's one of those days where you walk out and it's just real quiet, and you can just feel the cold, crisp air. Like, that's the barometric pressure being high. It's not one of those still, dull kind of, if you could see these snakes breeding right now, it's pretty crazy. Anyway, you want those high pressure days, weather changes, storm fronts, rain, snow, get those males in, and I guarantee you will see a difference in the breeding of your animals. All right, so we got all the boys in with the girls. It's pretty simple. I kind of showed you, just always be careful, use your snake hook. What you're looking for, you want that female to just lay there. Sometimes you will see if the male's courting the female, she'll kind of buck or buckle up or tense up and kind of throw him off. Sometimes that can get violent. I've never seen anything too bad, but you know, you can hear it. I'll be sitting downstairs and I'll hear a female kind of throw a male around. Another thing is if you see a bunch of urates or piss or anything like that, that's her saying she's not ready. So if your female is laying there and lets the male on top of her and kind of lets him court her and do his thing, that is what you're looking for. Again, follow the steps in the first video, feed your females, drop the temperature slightly. I pull the blinds in the room to make it darker. just kind of set the mood. And then that's it. Usually around the end of November, I start putting them together. Beginning of December, right now is when I'm seeing, I mean, those snakes have been together for less than an hour and they're all locked up. So another thing you can do, I mentioned earlier about the about putting a different male in with a female to kind of instigate the male you want to breed. You can also use a shed from another male. I've done that this year too. It does work. You just take a shed from a separate male, put it in the cage with the female, and you can get, that'll be enough to kind of stimulate the male you want to breed. It'll kind of kick him into gear. It's kind of like if you go into the bar and see a really pretty girl and there's a guy hitting on her, but you want to talk to her, well, guess what? You're gonna, you know, make your move or miss out. So that's kind of the concept, if that makes any sense. I hope this video helps. Again, right here, this is what it's all about. Support USARK. Go get a membership, get a cool shirt. Without these guys, we wouldn't be able to do what we're doing. Yeah, have fun with it, guys. I'm probably not gonna make another video for a little while here until I see an ovulation. That'll probably be the next video. Ovulations, if I catch them, kind of what the females go through. So it might, you know, this is when the waiting begins. They're breeding now, so now that they're being bred, we'll go through ovulation, pre-lay shed, and you know, there's 60, 30, there's a good amount of time up until you get eggs on the ground. I usually start getting eggs around April. Everything's on track from last year, so I'm expecting eggs early April this year. If not, sometime around there. Stay tuned. Thank you guys. It's great to be feeling better again. I'm going to continue cleaning. And maybe I'll throw some videos in. If you guys have any questions or want to comment or have any suggestions for the next video or a video you want to see, give me some ideas. I'm not opposed to making videos for whatever you guys want. If it's cleaning, if it's feeding, if it's what to do in certain situations. Again, have fun with this. Go support USARK. Stay safe and healthy out there, guys. It's a crazy world we live in. Enjoy what you're doing. Chase your dreams. Love every day. Be nice to one another. Burm on. Thank you. Like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and all that good stuff. Thank you so much, guys. Jeff with Burm Donor Pythons. Burm on. Over and out.